When you come to these countries, as I said, you need to have the understanding that I'm coming to America, I'm going to Canada, I'm going to Europe, I'm going to Australia, I'm going to New Zealand, I'm going to start from zero. Meaning, you have won that green card lottery. It's okay. You have come with the pathway which allows you to have a very good work. That's very, very good. You are coming as an international student. You have limitation of hours. But no matter whatever you come, in most cases, out of all immigrants, over 95 to 98% are not coming as professional workers. Skilled worker. Most of them, they don't come with those professional work visa. Majority, they come for other ways. Student, visiting, whatever. So if you come and you start working, basically, your work experience in your home country don't translate directly to workforce here in these countries. So, meaning, you will start with a general labor job in most cases. You have won the DV lottery. You are a banker. You are engineer. You are a lawyer. You don't come with your by exam from Nairobi or in Kenya in general, or you are CPA from Ghana, or you are CPA from Nigeria. You come here, you assume that you become a CPA here in America right away from day one. No. You will start with a minimum dollar job. You will start working in the warehouse. You will start working in the restaurants. You will start working in the supermarkets. You will work in the hotels. You work in the daycare, whatever it is. You will start with the work which is not necessarily to have the same positions. You might get a good salary, per hour job, it can be $10, $15, $20 per hour, depending. For instance, if you start with Amazon, the general dollar job amount they give is $15. You start with that one. So $15 per hour, that's a good start. So it depends, first of all. So you have to lower down your ego that I will start from the beginning. So assume you are 35 years old. You have won the DV lottery, green card lottery. You come to America as a permanent resident. You come to America as an international student. You go to Norway. You go to Finland. You go to Netherlands, Germany, Canada, whatever country you are going. You are already 35 years old. And you are starting back to start cleaning. You are starting back arranging things into the supermarket. You are starting at the bottom. So you already in your country, you have already been at the peak. Now you come here, you start from zero. While some people in America at the same of your age, at the age of 35, majority of them, if they have the same education with a bachelor degree or master's degree, they don't do cleaning. They have already passed that because of they have enough work experience in the same country. But you are coming here. Sometimes they don't call your supervisor in Ghana or in South Africa or in Zimbabwe. Can you tell me about this person? They want work experience in America. Sometimes they want education directly from America. It will be easier for you to translate that one. So all those kind of challenges put you from behind. So you have to know, when we say the realities of immigrants, you have to know that you come here, you already have work experience. You come here with your degrees. You come here, you already have a certain status in your own family. You come here in America, you go to Canada, you are starting at the basic. That's another challenge. Psychological is another challenge to start. It depends on what you have been doing, but you need to come with the mindset that I'm going to these countries, I will be in a position to excel, but as long as I take one step at a time. Yes, this is a transitional time. I will keep going further and further depending on what I'm planning to do. So that is something else very, very crucial. Because some people, they come here with the expectation that they come here to collect the money from trees, whatever, to be easy, because we get used to, oh, you're in America, you have money. You come here, is very, very tough. Then, let's go to the reality, which comes to the responsibilities. The responsibilities, I'm talking about the monetary responsibilities. Yes, you get paid. Let's say you work, you start your minimum dollar job, $15 per hour. When I say, oh, you're getting $15 per hour, you say, oh, this is a lot of money. So let's say full time is 40 hours per week. So 40 hours per week, if you take 40 times 4 weeks, usually it's 160. So 160 hours in a month times $15. That is 2,400. It might look bigger depending on the exchange rate of your country. This is a good amount of money. If you convert to Tanzanian shillings, almost 5 million. You convert to Ugandan shillings, it's almost like 7 million. Kenyan shillings, whatever it will be, 1,000, whatever, I don't know, 24,000, because $1 is 100 shillings, whatever it is. So you get about this one. If you are single, you can live with this amount of money. But remember, you don't get all this amount of money direct. About 600 of this one, even to 800 depending, but about 600, it will go into the deductions. You all know that in your countries, you have what we call pay as you earn, pay as you earn, the income tax you have. The same way in America, we have income tax. So let's say 15%. 15% of 2,400. So the government will take out of that one 360. 15% of that one, income tax, federal. Then the state tax is coming there. So let's put it a small amount, put it like $40. I'm giving an example. That is 400. You have 2,400. Then from there, let's say, obviously there is what you call social security. They take. Then there is sometimes, depending on the cities, they have city tax. So there are so many deductions. And then there is a medical insurance. If you are single, you are married, whatever. So if you add all of those, let's say you put about 200 more. So about 600 minimum, the government takes away. For me, because I have a family, total of 5, myself, my wife, and 3 kids, I pay just health insurance $350 in 2 weeks. So I pay $700 per month deduction just for the medical. So what I'm trying to say, when you have all this money, the same money goes back to the deductions. That's how the government are run all over the world. So in the end, you remain with a small piece. Then from there, you need to have apartment. You need to have the internet. You need to have water, cooking gas. If you are in the state like you have to have AC, or you have to have also heater in the winter, the state which they have snow or cold season. You need to have those kind of utilities. There is a trash. There is all these kind of utilities. Then there is food. There is transportation. If you put almost everything per month, all the deductions, you might end up with a zero or remain with the $50. Myself, if I take my salary is more than 6,000, and I put all the deductions, more than 2,000, more than that, goes to the deductions. Put your retirement, federal tax, state tax, social security. Then I sponsor some children. Then I have to deduct the medical. Then I come to deduct my own contribution to the retirement and other smaller deduction, whatever. So more than 2,000 goes away. Then I have to pay for the mortgage. I have to pay for the transportation. I have to pay for the food for the 5 people. I have to make sure that there are some, you have to go to the salon, cut the hair, the kids have birthdays, the kids have this demand, they have to buy clothing, they grow so fast, whatever. All those kind of things you put together per month, you might end up remaining with a $50, sometimes zero. So, and in the United States, we don't have those kind of cooperatives. In Kenya, they call it SACCO. In Tanzania, they call it SACCOs, or other places, they call it Vikoba, depending on wherever you are. So we don't have that tendency of like maybe 10 people, you contribute like you, or 100 people, you just pay maybe $50 per month, whatever it is. Then at the end of the year, you come to collect maybe 1,000, 2,000, whatever, and you go to get the loan from your friends. It's not that way. So in the end, this is going to be like, if you send $50, $100 to someone in Tanzania, someone to your home country, remember you have taken a certain amount from the budget. So that's why you see majority of immigrants have 2 jobs. Majority of immigrants have 3 jobs. You can find someone is a university professor, teaching with the university, but on the side is doing Uber. And this is not just for immigrants. This is the reality of the capitalism here. It's very normal. A high school teacher, when the school is closed, is doing tutoring and working at the supermarket. Because you cannot serve, there are so many bills, and the reality, that's the reality. So with the small amount you are going to have, you are going to be pressured with what is called American dream. You need to have this material. So that's why when you need to define your goals, you have to be very careful. Not to be trapped that, oh, you need to have this type of vehicle, you need to have this type of home, you need to have this one. So sometimes you can be able to be trapped into so many things which are not important, and you might end up trying to compete with others, and you lose the focus of the journey to success. So for my case, for instance, when I was coming to America, I had my own vision of what I want to succeed. Yes, obviously, for me, I want to have the house. House is a very big thing for me. House in the sense that I can provide for my family. We can have a very good home. That means the children can be raised from that particular home. So for me, when I'm talking about the success, or the overall, the American dream for me is just to have to have sustainable income, to have a home, and to be able to have the good family. That's the bigger one, to retire early, all those kind of things. But if you put all the goals into the material part, you might end up having 3 jobs every single day until you're going to retire, and you don't even enjoy your entire life. So those are the few things you need to understand. The journey to success as immigrant is not easy as it looks, because you are coming here you have 30 years of your life, 40 years of your life, but you are starting from zero again. You are starting to build your credit score. You are starting to work from cleaning, from general labor, to become a director. There are so many immigrants, they have very good positions, like even senators or congresswomen, or congressmen, they are directors at the universities. But majority of them, they started with the normal jobs. What is your goal? Why are you coming here? What I hate to see from people, especially those people who come here with a smaller goal, oh, I can just, if I do this general job, I can get maybe $15 per hour, I can work this one, then I can enjoy. It's good for starting, yes, enjoy, but what is the overall 20, 30 years to come? Are you planning to continue to work until the age of 75? You're still working at Walmart, just you cannot be able to survive. But if you want to go to invest in your country, what is the strategy do you have? The aim is not just like, okay, I have to live here forever. But if you want to go to your country, you need to have a strategy, money, behavior on how you are going to spend and how much are you going to invest. Whether you invest here, whether you invest in your country or in another country, that is up to you. But all in all, the journey to succeed is very complex. It's different culture. You come here, you speak your language, you speak English, someone doesn't understand sometimes what you are talking about. How are you going not to be upset? How are you going to get out of that and prepare yourself, your mindset to be ready to continue without losing focus, losing hope? So the good thing, if we take the hard working spirit we have, what we have been going through in our countries, we take that energy and the positivity and come to these countries, it is easier to succeed. As long as there are things you avoid like drinking, driving, hitting women, children, using any type of substances unnecessarily. There are so many things. Don't avoid tax. There are certain things, if you follow them, it is easier for you to be able to succeed, but take a time to succeed. And remember, it will be very difficult for you to say that I have extra 5,000 US dollar here. But in developing countries, you can have that one, 10 million Tanzanian shillings. But here it's very difficult because the money goes back. So how are you not going to be depressed? How are you going not to be stressed? How are you not going to be frustrated and continue to do that? So while we are talking about, oh, immigrants find a way to go to California, find a way to go to Canada, find a way to go to Australia, New Zealand, we don't want to come here. You are saying, oh man, these people are talking about this is a cool life. Yes, it's cool, but there are responsibilities. There are some challenges. You need to survive. So those are the things I want to share with you before I go to answer people's questions.